we have to get to Downiel versus Bleblemic.
Yeah, and again, I do think that Bleb has got such an amazing and explosive playstyle that it can go very quickly, so don't blink. But then again, we do have Downiel with a very good Zetterburn on their side, so there's also that to consider as well. Either way, it is going to be a fantastic match, I feel like.
Absolutely, I'm so excited to see how Bleblemic is going to have to deal with Downiel here, because so far Downiel is just making a point for themselves as to why this matchup is hard for Aether to play. And we're seeing these side specials catching Bleblemic from the recovery, but right now we're seeing Bleb go with the spike like that, just swiping like Swiper from Dora the Explorer there to take that first stock.
And that is the big thing, we've said it time and time again, the moment you give Bleb a moment on the stage and he's going to terminate you, like no questions asked. Thankfully Downiel is going to be able to quickly even things out, but my gosh, Bleb, look at that, look at that, those up air, and the up B to terminate it.
My goodness, Bleb, you are on something right now because your gameplay is absolutely fierce. And right now, Downiel needs to get this kill, but the sweet spot not gonna get it because Bleblemic getting the correct DI going. And here we are, we're gonna see a potential Dactus maybe from Bleb, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Oh, went for another spike there, but the down strong from Downiel will take that stock away for sure.
We're saying this is a pretty explosive matchup just because Downiel can get some easy follow-ups on that big body of Blebs, but again, Bleb on the stage is the real threat, I feel, of this tournament right now.
Absolutely, Bleb is not gonna make it though, and game one will go to Downiel's favor, just like that.
Just like that indeed. And there's actually no way to know how this is gonna go, because we've seen some phases. It's pretty much you get touched, you're dead, and that is the big thing in this matchup right now.
Absolutely, it's the one thing I love so much about this game is that the amount of combo potential that your characters can do in this game is all not only dependent on you, but also just how the game's engine works, and we're seeing it in play so far with Bleb just dominating this off-stage pressure on Downiel, not giving him a chance to come back. However, it looks like that my words are going to be taken out of my mouth as Downiel is going to be able to make it back onto stage. Looks like Bleb is looking for the up air, but wasn't able to get it there. Now Downiel going for the edge guard, but puts himself in a bad situation. The fair not going to kill.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've seen both players being absolutely savage right now. Bleb going for every single spike in the book every time he can as well. My goodness, that up air was such well played, but it was also so deep. My goodness.
Indeed, and right now, one thing I'm really liking from Bleb here is that they're putting icicles down in the worst times for Downiel to try to get a parry going. It's so important to parry icicles when they're coming down. However, if you're put in a spot where you can't really parry them, then you're in a lot of trouble. And so far, we are seeing that with Downiel. Oh, we saw the jab go down into an up air, but unfortunately not connecting there. And Bleb going for a potential kill confirm here. We're seeing the nair off the top, but nothing yet.
Yeah, and right now the neutral seems so close between the two. It's going to be up to whoever gets the first good hit here. Bleb going for the Dacus, it's not going to fully connect, unfortunately. And now it's going to be pushed back into an edge guard situation, but just gotta grab Downiel from the ledge and say him goodbye.
Like a game of basketball, my man Bleblemic putting Downiel in the hoop for sure. My goodness, what an excellent up air kill from Bleb there. And now we're seeing a little bit of a hard time for Downiel, because I'm not sure if you noticed, Matthias, but Bleb has 250% with all three stocks. How are you going to deal with this, Downiel?
And that's the thing, we do know that LLs can survive a lot, but my gosh, 265% is still a ridiculous percentage to survive at, even if you're endless. The down B is gonna finally take it, but my god, that is already 123% on Downiel, and that is going to be death for sure.
Bleblemic taking game 2 with such a powerful statement saying, guess what? You might be an advantage against me because you're made of fire and you have the overall matchup advantage, but guess what? I'm a giant freaking polar bear. I'ma do what I want. And here we are at Forest Floor, and we're gonna see even more coming in from both of these players. Bleblemic going for a combo, but unfortunately, it looks like Downiel was able to snuff that out real quick, going for the edge guards here. However, not able to continue it currently as Bleb makes it back.
Indeed. And again, thankfully Downiel is going to stop Bleb before he gets anything started. But my gosh, this has been a close one for sure. And now Bleb is on the offensive, and you are not going to escape that forward there. But Bleb is still going to die from it though, which is going to be huge if Downiel wants to come back into that match.
You know what they say, like a bad habit. My goodness, Bleblemic taking that stock loss, unfortunately. However, he was able to take that stock off of Downiel, which is all very important. But as I say that, another stock, man, another stock gone from Bleblemic. And now Downiel looks to have the advantage compared to what it was last game. It's just back and forth between both of them.
Indeed, and it definitely is looking like right now that SD was just not worth it, with Downiel having the full stage control right now. Moving, trying to catch Bleb at every corner, but right now Bleb is back on the stage, and this is not where you want Bleb at, and that up B is going to take it here, and now Bleb has the armor.
And yes, with the armor, it's going to be so hard to deal with this, but Downiel looking to get a potential kill here, but we can't really seem to find it currently. We need to see something from our man Downiel here, otherwise Bleb is gonna potentially take this.
Yeah, and the fair was almost enough here to take it, especially with the armor coming up. But Downiel is going to get frozen, and the tech chase is going to be successful, but Force Smash is just not going to be quite enough to take it just yet. Bleb is now at 184%. Gonna go for the down B, not quite enough to kill. Not gonna be able to catch him with the up strong either. It is going to be very tense right now. And it's looking like it is ooh, the parry on the down strong is gonna give the victory to Bleb.
Absolutely, what an impressive last stock coming in from Bleb there. And now it's gonna be Downiel who's in a bit of a iffy here, having to come back from this one game deficit. Needs to get something going here at Air Armada, or else it's gonna be a lot of trouble.
Indeed, and for a fact, I saw that down strong from Downiel. I almost thought this was over for Bleb, but no, Bleb proving me wrong, and now we are back on air. We are on Air Armada. Bleb going very deep for that one, but no, instead it's gonna get completely spiked by Downiel's zombie of all things.
No, that did not spike. Bleb just went too far below what they should have done. But guess what? Bleb says, I don't care. I don't care that I lost my stock in a way that I didn't want it happening. I'm just going to do what I like most, and that's taking your stocks away.
Indeed, and once again, we are seeing Bleb on stage. The biggest threat right now in this entire set is when Bleb is on stage. Downiel just has no moment of respite right now. But he's gonna be able to come back and get that up strong right away. My gosh, those stocks are flying right now.
Absolutely, and speaking of flying, we're still here at Air Armada, and now Bleb looking to get something going with the potential kill confirm off the top, and we see it with the beautiful fair coming in. My goodness, hitting like a giant tanko there.
Yeah, the Bleb truck is not stopping right now. We are continuing those fair trains, the upper almost hitting there. Ooh, the edge cancel on the parry stun, very well played from Bleb, but Downiel doesn't care and gonna catch them from below, get those up airs, and we are going to game 5.
Let's go with the game 5. This has been such a back and forth set. My goodness, just an insane amount of pressure from both of these players. I don't know who's gonna win this. I really don't know who's gonna win this.
It could be anyone's game at this point. It really could be. And now we are on Fire Capital, a really big stage. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to get some good confirms in there, but still, it is going to be a very tough stage to kill Atlas on, and we've seen Bleb live at ridiculous percents.
Indeed. I mean, we saw it before. The 250. The godlike 250 from Bleb. There's a potential we could see that again, but Downiel, I think Downiel knows better than to go that far next time. And we're seeing it so far with Bleb going for these edge guards here, going for the fairs, going for the back air. We don't see the back air double connect there, but we see the spike coming in from Bleb, and now he's connecting the armor together.
We sure are seeing the up B, and now Downiel is going to be able still to get some good hits in on Bleb, chip away slowly but surely at this armor, and it's just going to come up right in time for the kill on the down strong. But now, Downiel back into an edge guard situation, and we really don't like to see Downiel in an edge guard situation.
And we're seeing it once again coming in from Bleb, going for the spike, but unfortunately this time, it looks like Downiel was able to tech it. And now, we're seeing Downiel getting spiked once again, but he techs it again! My goodness, these players are just trying to go for the style, and nothing is going in between them and the Twitter combo video. But right now, we're seeing Downiel going for the fair, doesn't connect the side special. What are you doing, Downiel? This is the last game of the set. You can't be making these mistakes.
I don't know that at this point. I feel like both players are like, what is the stage? What is the stage? We don't care. Where's the stage? We don't care. But right now, Downiel with the unfortunate SD, but still putting down a lot of pressure on Bleb, who is at 168% still. Downiel needs to find a kill move now. Like, really needs to find a kill move now before Bleb gets the momentum. There it is.
Thank God, thank goodness we see the KO coming in on Downiel's end. However, is that going to be enough to keep the game going potentially? Because you're at 108% and Bleb is looking for the kill. He is looking for his prey. He wants to take this. He wants to move on. He wants to get to the next round and he wants to get this, but he's going to get parried. And now it looks like Downiel is looking to keep the percent going. Potentially, he misses the up-strong. The Dacus was missed. There's another chance here for Downiel to make it. We're gonna see another fair, but it missed this. And there's the parry. We're gonna see the down, and there we go.
My goodness gracious! These players are gonna give us heart attacks at this point.
But I feel like I'm about to.
But Bleb is going to move on into loser's top 6 technically. And very well played to him, but my goodness, what a match!
I know, right? What an insane set between Downiel and Bleb, but unfortunately, it looks like Downiel is not going to be able to move forward.